Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Morsion. I wanted to come and say hello, spend a little moment here to ask for guidance from the spirit realm, from a higher self, from God, from spirit, from the angels. For now, I'm going to use those cards. They're very simple cards from my friend Assandra, who's created them, Assandra Art. And here we have as the highest wisdom the resources we have to call on to have all the resources we actually need are already there. We need to make leaps of faith sometimes and as the flow keeps going, the resources come to feel that. It's not easy to understand, and of course we want to reconnect to this source of internal infinite abundance. For God is infinitely wealthy, and so to understand the higher flows of abundance, the higher resources are love, compassion, appreciation. The lower flows are success, money, attraction, all those things, but all the flows have to be open. It is never the fault of source if our flows are closed. It comes often for beliefs in lack, for we have to reconnect to this idea of abundance. It is important as we believe the universe, as we are sure the abundance, the universe will match our beliefs in due time when it is right. And so now the understanding, what we need to understand is the higher self, to become one with our soul, our soul group, our other soul, our guides, our master guide. All those beings are part of this collective energies that we do not know yet. I wanted to mention about that briefly, that it's very important to pay attention to, well, not to pay attention, but to realize and respect the fact that sleeping is one of the most important time of the day. If we spend 3 days without sleeping, we disconnect from our life soul, and the life becomes extreme. The physical body has really a hard time to process. It is because when we sleep, we move back to this soul eternal frequency, and we work. We have this double life, but we're not allowed to remember that. As we come back, the only means by which we can communicate with that other life is through the dream state. So we are able to send messages to ourselves from our soul to our consciousness here on the earth. And so it is important to understand that, to pay attention to the dreams. The dream states are very important. What we need to do is create. We need to create. We need to be creator. We need to be co-creator of life. There is all kinds of invisible forces in the universe that makes things work, but those forces respond to our thoughts, our words, and our will and our deeds. And the general message for us is completion. It is the end of a cycle and the beginning. At the end of every cycle, there is always the beginning of a new one. For life can never stand still. So it is important, but to appreciate the steps we have made, and to also wanted to say that it is important to know that the universe will provide. If we believe we're asking for something, but we believe we're not worthy of getting it, or we cannot get it for some reason, or that the universe cannot provide it, then it will be holding frequency, but it will not happen until we're sure. When the best example from historical literary standpoint is when Moses came in front of the Red Sea and he opened the Red Sea. He had no doubt in his mind that God would do that for him. If he had a single doubt, it would have not happened, but his faith was extremely anchored. His connection to God was very powerful, and so things happened. Also wanted to say that we are not Peter Pan. We cannot divorce ourselves from our shadow. Shadow do not exist on the higher planes, but as we accept to move into this frequency, this planetary existence, we have to integrate the shadow, a part of ignorance, that we have to not let that part of ignorance become dominant over ourselves, and to understand that so that the light can integrate the shadow without having to become dominated by the lower aspect of that nature. Life is like a river. We want to tune in, let go, and tune into this flow of eternal life and light that will bring us to the ocean of oneness. But in an understanding, when we want to pass through the fourth dimensional astral planes, it's like an ocean. There's big waves, and it's really hard because some people have come up the stream and have created all kinds of obstacles to make this very difficult to pass, so they can keep us on this side. So it's about allowing ourselves to take the time to go through the waves, and without complaining too much, and going through the whole process, not to give up the process halfway through. Asking God for His grace, for to be released from fear, to be released from all kinds of bondage, to be free. We were created to be free through the vertical access. I often speak of that alignment of chakra, vertical access, but it is not the only approach to spirituality. It's just mine that I share, but as an finite creator, we may come to discover personal ascension process and method that are wholly new that are created by us. And so it is not good to define too much of a map, or to say, well, that's the way it has to work, or this is the way it has to work, because within ourselves we have this creative potential that we may discover in association with our I Am presence. We may discover new ways of ascension, and so it is very important to allow ourselves to be true to our own self and to follow our own heart rather than to follow what I'm saying or what anybody else is saying. Integrate whatever has value and then use it for your own highest good. This pillar of light is like is part of a 12-dimensional matrix, sub-universal matrix. We want to attain the 5th, 6th, 7th dimension. From the 5th dimension on, all sorts become manifest. So we are reconnected to the crystalline state of consciousness. But as we move beyond the 12th dimension, we move into this place that is completely free of all that, and so we can maintain this oneness. It has been revealed that the galactic center holds the 100th dimension. The constellations center, the Most High, the court of the Most High, is the 172nd dimension, and the Mother Spirit at the center of the universe is the 300th dimension. So in a sense, we have to graduate through this program. Of course, there is no rush. But if we were to fuse with our I Am presence, there is only one being that has been recorded to have done that. It's called Enoch. And the Christ could have done it, but something else happened, because he fused in with life and life. Being the Creator's Son, he couldn't fuse with his I Am presence. But in a sense, so if we do fuse with our I Am presence, we are directly sent into the 300th dimension in front of our Mother, Father, God. And then we are sent back down to help and assist those that were with us. But eventually we graduate from this local universe, Morantia sphere, and we tune in, we are able to ascend to more spiritual realm of the super universe, to go through all the way the super universal sphere, the thousands of dimensions, and then when we're ready, we are sent into the central universe, and then we go into the adventure of discovering deity, discovering God. But that's first we have to get rid of all our animalistic nature, and we need to be a bit spiritualized, and it happens by step. The universe was made as this great ladder of world that become more and more spiritual, with all the teachers that are ready to assist us when we move to that level. But those teachers, we do not need to wait till we die to ascend. For understand that all of life is here and now. As you believe, as you accept, as you call on to those spirit forces, they will respond. This intelligence. Always turn to the higher guide, your higher guides, your highest source of wisdom. And so, I also wanted to say that when in astrology, or for those who can believe, that the Greek gods were very powerful beings, and they have ascended in an astrological form. Now they're all working for the one. They no longer need to be worshipped. They only want you to realize you are a god as well. So you find this alignment to this portal. You reach into the sphere of light, and you discover your own eternal self. So they're all here in assistance. They're friends. Every spirit being is not a higher or anything. The archangels or spirits, they're not any higher or any lower. They are equal to one, and we are one. And so all relationship, all division of like superior inferior were created by the family of power in order to control. But as we become one, we no longer need to be superior or inferior to one. It's just so those are very simple philosophical principles, but once you can actually put them in practice, they change. They're very powerful. And that reminds me, I should share this painting. It's a little wood. It's a Gilles Mention. It's a little piece of wood. It's not framed yet. It's from 2007, and it says, it's in French, but it's a unifying is returning to the one. To unify is to become one, is to return to the one, and that is really essentially the great journey of from separation to unity, and it's really what we have. And the card for the day is the Two of Ariel. It says you have to find a balance. It's like it really is. Balance is very difficult to find in this position. Running after more than one project at a time. Make all work more enjoyable. So it is important to create a work, to learn to find joy in those little things that we do in order to make our life more enjoyable. I'm going to pull a few cards from one card from the Akash. Let's see, today is Asia. It's returning to this Zen Buddha. We get all this, invoke the Buddha, call on the Buddha. It is the Buddha who will assist you. It is the supreme light of the universe that will call about the painting I'm going to talk about here. So it is very much, today is reconnecting to that soul, that soul of Asia, that understanding, that peaceful beingness also. Yeah, it's a painting I wanted to discuss. It's about the Buddha as well. It's part of two paintings, and there was another one that was smaller that sold. It's a private collection in the south of France. It's a beautiful painting as well. And this one is the number 2. It's called Summer. The other one's called Spring. And the reason for that is that there were two little paintings that were copies of Bruegel. There were hunters in the winter that were coming from the hunt. And so it was winter scenes of Bruegel. And then all of a sudden some yellow and green came out of the painting, was like completely vanished. But it was like spring and summer coming, and it was like, wow. And on top of it, I wrote Namo Amitabha. Nam means in Sanskrit, salutation. Mo means reverentious to the Buddha. Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite light. So you call on the Namo Amitabha. It's a pranic thing, and you don't want to waste. You don't need to speak it. You just think it, and you let those sounds move throughout your body. You call on. You awaken this lucidity character within yourself. For when you call on the light of Buddha, you're calling on the lucid side of the universe. Another thing that's interesting about this little painting, it's quite fragile because it's painted on the plastic. There was some plastic, so it's all painted, and so there is a little erosion that can come here that's beginning to show. So in maybe 400 or 500 years, the painting will be almost black. But it's part of the process. It's in the spirit of the Tibetan sand painting. Well, of course, I'm not as cool. I wouldn't spend 1,000 hours to let it blown by the wind. It's not my spiritual way right now is to create painting, so I don't want to vanish right away. But in many sense, there is a lot of surface on this painting. It's quite nice. I still enjoy it. It's from 1994. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that's been going around the world. It's a French song by Claude François, who was made very, very famous by Paul Anka. And then everybody sings it, from Elvis Presley to Frank Sinatra. But the origin is this French song. It's called Comme d'habitude. It was called My Way in English. I like My Way as well. So I'm going to sing it in French. It goes like this. Je me lève et je te bouscule. Tu ne te réveilles pas comme d'habitude. Sur toi, je remonte le drap. J'ai peur que tu aies froid comme d'habitude. Ma main caresse tes cheveux, presque malgré moi, comme d'habitude. Mais toi, tu me tournes le dos, comme d'habitude. Alors, je m'habille très vite, je sors de la chambre, comme d'habitude. Tout seul, je bois mon café, je suis en retard comme d'habitude. Sans bruit, je quitte la maison, tout est gris dehors comme d'habitude. J'ai froid, je remonte mon col comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude, toute la journée, je vais jouer à faire semblant. Comme d'habitude, je vais sourire. Comme d'habitude, je vais même rire. Comme d'habitude, enfin je vais vivre. Comme d'habitude. Et puis, le jour s'en ira, moi je reviendrai comme d'habitude. Et toi, tu seras sorti, pas encore rentré comme d'habitude. Tout seul, j'irai me coucher dans ce grand lit froid, comme d'habitude, mais là, je les cacherai comme comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude, même la nuit, je vais jouer à faire semblant. Comme d'habitude, tu rentreras. Comme d'habitude, je t'attendrai. Comme d'habitude, tu me souriras. Comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude, tu te déshabilleras. Comme d'habitude, tu te coucheras. Comme d'habitude, on s'embrassera. Comme d'habitude, comme d'habitude, on fera semblant. Comme d'habitude, on fera l'amour. Comme d'habitude, on fera semblant. Comme d'habitude. Thank you very much for sticking till the end. It's a beautiful song, but it's not as deep in meaning as My Way. For My Way, it's like finding satisfaction within looking back at your life. When here it's about the habits that we take as a couple. Sometimes we are not really happy, but we make do with that, and so it is about as usual, comme d'habitude, as usual. What our life is as usually, it will be that, and so but it's a beautiful song. It's been. And so, well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much for everything. I'll talk to you later. Namaste. God bless.